Come on.
Hey, Foz. How's life in Jin's rear echelon treating you?
Brilliant. But then we can't all be off on some secret mission.
Oh, yeah? How'd you hear about that?
This is an army, not a monastery.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, we'll just leave you to the very important work, punching machines.
And sparring. Hang on a second, shitstick.
Shit stick. Del, theories?
I don't know. Maybe a stick made out of shit?
Or a stick used to stir up shit.
All right, fuck off. How about we make this interesting? You and me spar right now.
And how exactly is beating you interesting?
Yes or no?
You want in on this?
Pretty sure what's actually being measured here is gonna leave me at a distinct disadvantage. Then again, maybe not.
Hilarious. Are you in or not?
Oh, I'm in.
Come on, man. Let's just grab the Jack module and get out of here.
No, this will be fun.
Oh, son of a...
How's that fun working out for you?
Try it again, Foz. Come on. Hey, here's the thing, Foz. The bottle's spar with you, but not beat you. It's against their programming, but explains your false confidence. Quite a bit, actually.
Want some advice, Phoenix?
Nah, I'm good.
Jin does love her golden boys. But never for very long.
See, that was fun.
Fuck off.
Oh, you went with that one?
Yeah. We like the fuck off at the end.
I immediately love and hate him at the same time.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's you.
Typecasting. I don't like to stretch the actors very far, so I'm like, if I could, who's the dick? I get, oh yeah, Raul, that's perfect.
Phone rings. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
How does it feel being able to play that character and be in this role? How does it feel being yourself?
It's going to take some getting used to. Like, every time I've heard my voice, it's come from my mouth. Does that make sense? So it's the first time I'm seeing. You know what?
It'd be really weird if it was coming from other places.
But like it's that disjoint of seeing it come from someone who doesn't resemble me or like another character.
Yeah.
That's messing with me right now. It's something I'll have to get used to. But I'm losing it. That was awesome. That was okay, cool.
So they haven't. The cast hasn't seen all the cinematics yet, so it's just one of those things that's like that's probably his first time seeing it in a long time. So,
there'll be situations where like you're playing the game and the cast hasn't seen the full.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Yeah, and or what they've seen is like gray box, or they haven't seen stuff without animations and that kind of stuff. Like Foz was inspired. You know, one of the things I really believe in is that in order to get diverse characters, you have to strive for diversity. Like diversity just doesn't happen, especially from the creative mind of a middle-aged white guy. Like that just doesn't happen, right? So you have to find, you have to focus on it. And one of the things as we looked across, the Gears of War universe was that we didn't really have this sort of South Asian, sort of ethnicity in the cast. And so we actually went and Foz was really, created from that. We were like, okay, we purposely want to create a character that has this ethnicity, and then it was like, okay, what's the right voice for this character? And that's when landed in again, the friend of friends of Rahul. It was perfect. And then he came in and we showed him what Foz looked like, and he began to do the voice that he's doing, and it's amazing. It was a perfect fit, and I just love it so much. And so it was great. I mean, that's one of the things I really love is having this sort of diverse cast and having these really unique voices. And the thing is that they're just all so talented and they all get along, and they're also all crazy. So you're about to see that very shortly. But there's an energy to the cast that they're the best cast in video game as far as I'm concerned. I know I'm heavily biased, but they're just amazing. And Rahul is just an amazing addition. Like it's just he rounds out the cast so perfectly.
Well, that's one thing that I think is really interesting about Gears is obviously the gameplay is great, but the script, the story, but obviously the cast is so important. You guys do such a good job. So what do you guys say we bring out the rest of the cast?
Yeah.
All right. Come on, guys. Okay, we've got Eugene Bird as Del. We've got Liam McIntyre, who plays J.D. Phoenix. We've got Laura Bailey, who's Kate Diaz. Woo! Yeah. And we have John DiMaggio, who's Marcus Fenix.
up.
Yeah, you know.
I'm digging this hat, though.
This hat, it's a custom hat. It's a nice hat. Got it for my 50th birthday party for my agents because I make them nice money. I make them a little money, so they gave me a hat. That's nice.
One thing I want to touch on, so backstage, just seeing them all interact, like you can tell you guys are a family. It's not like you're just coming in, doing a job, doing the voice and rolling out. Like, you guys are friends. There's love here.
Acting's a full-time job. We do it
Fair.
We can fake it in the booth. We can fake it back.
Yeah, man. You don't see us all the time, so this is fun.
You guys are the best then, man. How's it feel directing this amazing cast?
Chaotic. It's super chaotic.
Is it like herding cats?
Yeah. Gears 4, we did a lot more ensemble, sessions where they would all be in the room together, and we're like, okay, that's enough of that. Let's separate.
But we love that.
You did. I know you love that.
That's when it's most fun.
Yeah, well,
Magic
actually,
happens.
Gears 5 was the first time we actually did PCAP, and so we were doing performance capture, and so we actually got to do scenes that four of them were able, like the scene you saw back at E3 in 2018 was actually a performance capture scene where they actually got to get into suits with little balls on them, and
That was fun.
Yeah.
Suits with balls.
And they're super tight, so you're like, oh,
Yeah, real
that
tight.
I must
And
have
somebody
eaten
took
that. I
the
must
two
have eaten that pie.
XLs from me, and I had to wear an XL. Boy, that was
Remember
rough.
that day?
I was mad as hell.
It was not a
Ooh,
happy,
snap.
not a happy mark.
No,
not a
Joking John became this John.
Yeah, no, too tight. Too tight, Jack. Too much.
So speaking of which, before we get into deeper, so I was thinking, like, why don't we recreate the last year's cinematic?
Yes.
But,
What happened?
But instead of doing it the way that we would normally do it, where you each do your own, I think we have scripts somewhere.
Let's just improv.
There we go.
That's it.
James Yin, everybody.
Yeah!
He's the mastermind behind all of this, making sure the panel went well, so thank you, James.
You take this one. You take
I
this one.
knew it.
Can I do Marcus like this?
No, that's how.
It's time to drop the hammer.
That's if you want to follow along.
Tom, Ben, you two take left. Cole, you come with me.
That's what it's like all the time.
Exactly.
If we could just get that version as well in the game.
No, you know what's funny though is that there are moments in the studio when we goof around a little. Things just start to
Moments.
Yeah, moments
in the
happen.
studio.
Well, moments happen like like that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. You know what happens after that, and then there's my tomatoes.
Yeah.
The whole tomato rant.
Yeah, there's no Home Depot in
No,
here.
there's no Home Depot out here. I can't just go get tomato seeds. My tomatoes.
It's dumb sauce.
Okay. Usable lines every session.
Yeah, exactly. Always usable. Okay, so what I figured we'd do is recreate it, but we're going to mix it up, somewhat similar to we did at Comic-Con the other time. So Rahul, as our newest cast member, I figured would give the majority of the lines to as Kate Diaz.
Yeah.
So sorry.
So sorry. I'll just be over here judging you.
Oh, God. It better
As we
sound
all will.
exact.
And I thought it'd be interesting to have Eugene be Marcus.
Yeah.
Since he tries it
So
in the group
excited.
all the
So
time.
are we doing impressions of everybody?
You should be trying to do what you can. Yeah, you should be doing your voice.
Yeah, that's why do you think I'm sitting there?
I can't even do an American.
Goddamn tomatoes.
I'll make it so much
So JD will be played by Laura Bailey. So it'll be JD.
Hello.
G'day. What I consider to be the most dangerous casting call is John playing Dell.
I'm glad I don't have to do it this year.
I know.
I know how that worked out.
I got your number.
And Lee will play Foz in this particular scene.
Sure thing, mate.
So,
All right.
so if you haven't seen the scene, so basically what's happened is Kate rushes in. There's been someone has died that's very close to her. She's reacting to it, and we place the scene where she actually rebels against JD and the COG because she's going to go on a
Such a
personal
serious
training.
scene.
Yeah, this is a bummer.
If you're better than her,
I
in
know.
this,
Well,
I'm just gonna throw
There's
everything.
no
in the
danger of that.
That's what makes it good.
yeah, exactly. So there's very little narration, but what little there is, I'll try to do to read you into the scene.
Sure.
so you remember, so Kate is just rolled out of a snatcher as this begins, and she's running to find out what happened to the person.
Okay.
Okay.
Painting the picture.
Okay, so external outsider village. We see Kate run into the front of an outsider village. She sees a grim and grief-stricken Dell, along with an outsider standing over a body. She runs faster.
Oh no. I'm so sorry, Laura.
And
That's what I sound like. It's okay.
Dell.
Kate. No, Kate. You can't see this. You don't want to see this. No. I'm sorry.
Then, from behind Kate, we see the stem sleeve of a mysterious cog soldier reaching out to touch her shoulder. On contact, Kate turns and looks to see it's JD. He's changed in many ways. Head shaved. Testicles retracted.
We're going a different direction.
I do that all the time. What's the matter with that?
It was cold.
You're 50. You have to do that to go to the bathroom.
I know, it's true.
Gears after dark.
Nobody likes wet balls.
Yeah.
Everybody up there, you know what I'm talking about.
The world runs on Duncan. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the world, Jesus Christ, man. Wow.
So on contact, Kate turns and looks. It's JD. He's changed in many ways. Head shaved, face scarred.
Kate, I'm sorry.
That's too soft.
I'll take it.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to just do Dell as Barry White.
Okay.
Thanks, JD, for coming here.
Wow.
Of course.
Can I recommend we maybe get these people out of here?
Hey, just slow down.
No, Foz is right. We need to move.
What are you?
What if I just like play with like a stuffed up nose the whole time?
That's how I live.
Wait, what are you? He's dead, man. Give her a minute.
She'll get her minute in the Raven.
Dell. Oh wait, that's you. What the hell is wrong with you?
Del, we need to leave.
I'm not going to.
Excuse me?
For months now, I've been having these dreams, nightmares, but I think they were messages. That's the only one I can do. I'm so sorry.
Good. That works.
Kate,
That works.
Kate holds up her necklace, outsider emblem out. Then she turns it around to show them the locust symbol.
What?
So, if anybody knows, Laura did anime, or does anime, and that is so anime, it's not even funny. I love it every time. In anime, you can't go, huh? You have to go, oh, nin. Whenever she does that. I'm like,
Oh, well,
Okay.
yeah.
Something's happening to me.
Okay, Marcus.
Your grandmother's.
Okay.
Enough.
He's not going to be able to speak for a week after that.
We'll deal with this later. Foz, round these people up.
All right.
I need help.
There's a place up north. I think we could find you answers there.
God, Jesus
No.
Christ. How do you do that?
Anyway, go ahead.
No, absolutely not.
What the hell happened to you? Somebody get JD a Benadryl. My God.
We have orders.
You'll go with me?
God damn it, both of you, listen to me.
I'll go with her. Look, if you're missing, Jen will notice.
Okay. I'll push Jack the coordinates.
No, Corporal. You're coming back to New Fear. That's a direct order.
Well, Captain, screw your order. This is about you, it's about me. I need to fix this.
Kate then walks away. JD lets Marcus and Foz get ahead of Dell and him. Then he takes Dell aside.
Hey, Her necklace? That's a locust symbol.
Do you need a Kleenex or some shit? Well,
Yeah.
yeah, the locust symbol, yeah, so?
She'd never be our enemy by choice. I know that.
It's like the Rugrats, does That's how I sounded when I was 14.
Oh, no. Guys.
Yeah, because she would die for us.
I know that. But what if it's not her choice?
And see.
Oh, God.
I just noticed you only gave Faz one line. That's not fair on you, or me by extension.
Eugene, I'm sorry you had to do that. I have an ear, eye, nose, and throat guy you can see after the show. It's totally cool.
Oh, God, I tried my best. Don't stuck like this now.
I want to see JD playing D&D now.
Hey, guys. So, I really
It
the
needs
mind
to happen.
flayer. Change in so many ways.
Do you have individual questions?
Yeah. So what I love about this is the fact that like now that I've heard this, I want a mode in the game where I can just toggle these voices, just do all the cutscenes like that.
Too late. You guys have time, right?
Yeah, that's totally easy. Let's do another year of VO.
Yeah.
He's
I
out
like
of
money.
work.
I like money.
I'm available. I'm done. I'm ready.
Wow. Oh, that's funny.
All right. So Eugene,
Yes.
you are the voice of the player. So how does you voice the player?
Yeah, Del represents.
Del.
I mean, it's the same as we did with Dom. It's like you represent what the player's thinking when and so you're the voice of the player.
Essentially, it's always
I'm
nice
the
to
heart
have
of the
that.
game.
Yeah. Well, honestly, like everything does revolve around that kind of person because it's me while I'm playing the game. Like, what do I want to do? The emotions that I'm feeling, I can feel them through Del. So how does it feel being able to be that voice for the people playing the game?
Scary. Scary for a lot of reasons because the fact is, it's like, I was a Gears fan before all this, and then having to do this, it's a lot. It's a lot to do that because, you know, you put your heart and your soul into this. You want the players to want to empathize with the characters. And in 5, we have to do that, especially with my journey with Kate, to bring something deeper to the forefront. So hopefully the fans will feel what they'll feel through me, through the game. I don't know how to say anything else beyond that.
I'm watching you very, very closely.
No. Rob was like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
Cut the mics.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so Liam, you playing JD, Marcus's son. So there's a transformation that he goes through throughout the game. Obviously, the evolution of him. Can you talk about that a little bit and how it looks like to voice him?
In no way. After that veiled threat from Rod, no, it's. I really like this story that we're telling in Gears 5. It's breaking the mold of Gears probably in a way that I don't think Gears has had the chance to do yet. I think that's exciting from both like the way the game plays, but also the way that we're telling the stories now. I think that's because I don't want to be like, so this is what happens at the end. It's JD's journey's really different in this one. It's surprised me when I was reading it and going through it, and in a really cool way. It's really interesting and it's complex and it's challenging. And he goes in a different direction than I guess I expected, which I think is going to be really fun to play and experience. And yeah, I just think that the story in Gears 5 is going to bring players something that they haven't found before, which I'm excited to see.
Nice. And so you're playing Old Man Marcus.
Thanks.
How's it seeing obviously his progression through the Gears series and now he's older?
Well, what's interesting is that, I mean, I've aged with the character myself, and I think we've aged appropriately together. So to play him at this age isn't really that much of a stretch because it's just me doing the character yet older. I mean, and it's kind of easier, if you will. But it's just been a trip. I mean, you know, the whole entire road we've taken in this franchise has just been absolutely amazing.
to still be in the game. I mean, the amount of death that's happened and to still be around, like, it's just, yeah, I was saying in the back, I was just like, you know, if there are any more games, I don't know. I just want to die a natural death. I don't want to catch a chainsaw. I just want to, I just want to die. Just like,
Be buried amongst the tomatoes.
oh my God, Anya, and it's that, call it a day. That'd be great, but we'll see what happens. Who knows? I don't know.
Can I share what you said to me in one of the booths about that? John came up to me and he's like, dude, like, you gotta let me know, like, if you're gonna kill me, like, I gotta know. I got a house to pay off. He's like, I got a house payment. You gotta let me know if you're gonna kill me.
I got a mortgage. Just bought a new place.
I gotta know.
If you don't mind, just let me grow old with Gears, please.
But it's been 14 years, dude. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's been a long time. 14
wild.
years, which is really cool. But, you can't have a kid in 14 years. I mean, you can, but not JD's age.
Okay.
So I was playing a little older. No, I was playing young. I was playing younger, and now I'm playing old. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's some acting cred right there.
Just evolving.
No, it's been a blast.
The
though.
secret is JD is actually 14.
Yeah, it's
Nobody's
yeah,
known
nobody
it the
knows.
whole time.
War
Nobody knows.
changes you.
They grow big, yeah. You have to mature and grow quickly.
But you mentioned before family. This is a great group of people to be working with and to come back to something, to come back to something and be able to do it again with a new, with new blood and new life into the story. It's just been a really incredible ride, and I got a hat out of it, so it's pretty cool.
And one of the
Playing
things
up this hat.